Relationships make all the difference. I've been saying that all morning, I think. Loneliness is the most significant disability of our time, not just for the people we support, but for all of us. I mean, we live in the world. I don't need to belabor that point. Connection to other human beings is vital to quality of life. I've been saying that too. I'm just repeating. All too often, the only relationship the person we support are with paid staff. And again, think about that, you know, if that were you. And at the same time, there are many people in the community who could really benefit from knowing the person we're supporting. Mary the story reader. I mean, she broadened the life of all the people she touched, the mothers and the children of those mothers and the families. And, you know, it was the connections that she made. We want to help the person to develop a positive identity. Help the person find a way to make a contribution, and we don't do enough of this. We need to do more of this. Help the person to learn how to support friends. We don't do enough of that, in my opinion. I think we can do. That's something we need to focus on better. Some people do a great job of it. I've seen sterling examples of it. But all too often, not enough. Help the person and others to see strength and capacity to give when deficits were all that anyone saw before. You know? Okay. Instead of ultimatums, provide choices. Often I'll go into a consultation and we'll make a list of things that you can go on during the day and which ones does the person have a choice about. And then, you know, we'll come up with a list of 15 things, and only 3 of them the person has a choice about. Then I start going through the list of, okay, what about this is a health and safety concern? Oh, well, it's not really a health and safety concern, but we have to get that because this is going to happen next, and we got to have it done by this time. You know, like showering. Why is it that the person has to shower in the morning? Well, that's a day shift job. I've been told that. And when I've had, you know, no, it's person. Some people like to shower in the evening, and actually, some people I like to shower. I always shower in the morning. You're all safe, but sometimes I like to shower in the evening. You know, and I should be able to. Right? So you look at, I mean, the things where you limit choices are where there's a true health and safety concern. Otherwise, you should be working towards choices for the person and helping them to learn how to make choices in those regards. If the person's behavior challenges you, help them to find more desirable ways to express the need that underlines the behavior. There was a fellow, again, at an institution. He had this very high-pitched screech, like chalk on a chalkboard. That's how he got people's attention. Right? And people were very angry because it was painful. You know? Well, it turns out this fella, at times he needed to be moved in his chair, you know, repositioned. At other times he was thirsty. At other times he needed help going to the bathroom. There were about 5, sometimes he was hungry. There was a limited number of the main questions were there. And when he would go like this, people wouldn't pay attention. But when he'd screech, they'd pay attention. And he did have the capacity, the ability to shake his head like this and like this, you know, in a way meaningful. So we actually ended up having a meeting with the staff. And we got their agreement. The agreement was if he doesn't scream, when he goes like this, they'll come a-running. Just like as though he screamed. And then we put these questions on a piece of paper right on his wheelchair. And the staff were going to ask him these questions. And he'll answer yes or no. Do you need to be repositioned? Do you need something to drink? Are you hungry? You need to go to the bathroom. And there were a couple others, but I forget. And once we did that, the screeching went away. People became much more positive relationship with him. Everything got better. We found a more desirable way to express his need. And we got the staff to be sensitive to it. Provide opportunities for the person to make decisions throughout the day, as much as possible. That's empowerment. if the person has trouble making choices, find a way to help make the choices. Like I say, sometimes you need to have physical representations of what it is they're choosing. You know, do you want a hot dog or do you want a hamburger? Well, you show them a picture of a hot dog, show them a picture of a hamburger. Which one do you want? Oh yeah, that one. You know? Okay? Make a commitment to fairness in your relationship with the person you support. And the goal is to teach a person that giving's a two-way street. It is. It's a relationship. We have a relationship. Here we go again, and we'll be done shortly, I promise. Help the person to have more fun. Fun is a powerful antidote to challenging behaviors. And it makes all the difference. Think about the people who you enjoy being with. And why do you enjoy being with them? Because you have fun with them, right? Count the number of things the person enjoys and the number of places they go to and compare that to you. We get back to that. And you see that usually, you know, we have much larger lives. And not that they could stand the complexity of our lives, but we need to give them the fullness that we feel in our lives by finding out what is that happy medium. Is this person having enough fun? And then, to me, fun is things you enjoy. Joy is the joy of giving, making contributions. Is this an interesting life with things to look forward to? We all need things to look forward to. And we need to figure out how to support that human need. Help the person to add to their list of really interesting and fun things to do and places to go. Spend time with the person in regular community places where other people hang out. Like Mary in the library. Mary in the gift store. Make fun a goal. And number 10, it is 10. It just takes a, come on. Okay, there we go. Okay. Establish a good working relationship with the person's primary health care physician. We all talk about how limited the time is and how difficult it is. Well, many people who exhibit challenging behaviors do so because they don't feel well. Again, Ruth Ryan, 75% of the 4,000 cases. Physicians, like many other people, have difficulty understanding the communications of a person with substantial disabilities. And 70% of what the doctor decides to do with you depends on what you tell them. Not all the fancy tests. I mean, yeah, they do those too, but that's what that interview is all about. Help the physician to understand the person's way of communicating. In other words, the person who goes to the medical appointment with the client should not be who was ever on transportation duty that day. It ought to be the person who knows the client the best and who has a vested interest in making sure this client is getting good service. Because then you're going to be talking, hey, look, I know how this guy communicates and I can help you. What do you need to know? Okay? Then help the physician by learning what information they need and by making a sustained effort to provide good information to them, both at the time of the interview and like, okay, doc, what are you really looking for here? Well, how is he sleeping? Well, I don't know either, but we can do a sleep chart, and when I come back next month, I'll bring it to you. And then do it. Go do the sleep chart and bring it back. Because, yeah, you only got 15 minutes this time, right? But next month you got another 15 minutes, and you get another 15 minutes. And over time, if you're working collaboratively, you're going to get much better medical care. Also, don't be afraid to tell the physician that you don't understand the finding or recommendation. It's important, because if you don't get it, it ain't going to happen, is it? It's important that you get clear and straightforward answers to all of your questions so that you have a clear understanding of how to support the person. Because I hear this on both sides. I hear it from the support people, and then I go and I talk with the med provider or the physician, and I often get there's a breakdown in communication. Supporters think that they've well communicated or that they really understood what the doctor wanted, and they didn't. The doctor didn't get the information, and the recommendation they made was not what the staff took home with them. So we need to work at that, because all of our clients need good medical care. And that's it. The 10 things to do to support a person with challenging behaviors. Thank you all very much. Okay.